There's still a lot of work to do, but the affordable housing program at the city has made real progress over the last several years. Take a look at some of the key projects that are making a difference in our community.
Behind me you see here 12 units that when we originally got involved with these were abandoned properties. They were non-livable. And since that time we have acquired and rehabilitated those in partnership with Central Oregon Veterans Outreach. So we now have 12 veteran families that are living in affordable housing, including some that have been formerly homeless. These units had actually been a blight in the neighborhood. They've been a blight in the city. They were open for vagrants. They were just not safe things. And now they are some of the nicest units in this neighborhood. Bend has probably a higher percentage of veterans than many other areas in Oregon, and much higher percentage of veterans than the United States as a whole. That actually leads to we actually have more homeless veterans than Oregon and the state as a whole as a percentage. So with projects like these, we can actually get a lot of the veterans that had been on the street, off the street, and into decent, safe, sanitary housing. Behind me are a couple of the units from Southern Pines Phase 1, where we utilized several different funding sources to either acquire the land and then also to do the construction financing on these. What we ended up with are some home ownership opportunities for families that were able to get into these houses for anywhere from $160,000 to $170,000, which is a real bargain in Bend, and the families that got into these are below 100% of area median income. The developer on this property was Building Partners for Affordable Housing, which is the nonprofit arm of Central Oregon Builders Association, and they did a wonderful job on this development. This development out here is comparable to any of the projects you'll see throughout the city of Bend. These properties were built at a time when the housing market in Bend was starting to rebound, but there had actually been a period where the city of Bend was probably the largest construction lender in the community. On this project, probably on each house, anywhere from 30 to 50 workers were employed, and we kept a lot of people employed during the economic downturn, and we also managed to get a lot of affordable housing on the market at that time. Behind me is one of the larger senior affordable housing projects in Central Oregon, and it could arguably be one of the best senior affordable housing projects in the state. This was developed by Pacific Crest Affordable Housing, and typical with most affordable housing projects, this one probably, if my memory serves me right, has 7 different funding sources in it. The city of Bend is just one of the many funding sources. However, our funding allowed the developers to leverage an additional $9 million to get this project built. Well, projects like these show the diversity of where we have our affordable housing. Right now, we're in the middle of Northwest Crossings, one of the most prestigious and elite neighborhoods in Bend, and this is affordable housing in the middle of Northwest Crossing, and it's wonderful. Well, like most resort communities, there's a lot of retirees here, and we have a large senior population. And this is just one more resource for our seniors, especially our low-income seniors, to have a place to live and still stay in Bend. What's behind us is approximately 2 acres of property that we purchased back during the housing crisis for a fairly inexpensive amount, especially compared to today's property prices. And we're now getting ready to start phase 2 of Southern Pines, which will be 13 units that are going to actually be targeted to families at or below 60% of area median income, which is a very low income group to be targeting for home ownership. The city's actually has been involved in affordable housing for 12, 15 years now. And one of the main reasons is Bend is a desirable place to live, but with that we also have a bunch of very low wage jobs. So we have to, as a community, we have to figure out where are we going to house our workers, and this is one method that we are utilizing to do that.